Functional. It's got to be raw and uncut. It's got to be live. It ain't no script here.
Yo.
Shout out to the real, man. How you doing, man?
Yo, I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
What up, pimp?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good, baby.
You up?
I'm good. I'm up. Nigga, you know, that's why I was saying, you know, on Fridays, you know, Saturdays, when we got them 2 shows, by the time I'm done, you know, it's like, you know, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, by the time I shut it down. So ain't no way I'm getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I would already have my alarm set to get up in time to do this with you at 2. And, you know, you had called me with like 1 hour and 16 left. So I'm like,
took a little bit of your shit.
a little bit. I was in a good dream, too.
ARIES, how'd you get started? Because comedy is one of them things that nobody ever believes you're funny enough to make it. So being that you did make it, and I just want to hear about how did you do that?
You know, man, I started grinding when I was 14, you know, in the New Jersey, New York area, mostly Jersey. And a dude by the name of Bob Sumner. You know, I know a lot of people associate Def Jam with Russell Simmons. You know, his name is on the marquee, but really Bob Sumner is the man behind it. He's the muscle. He's the one that put us all on. You know, me, Bill Bellamy, Hamburger Jones, Derek Fox, everybody that came up in that time and in that area. So he was the guy that brought it to Stan Latham and Russell Simmons. And they were the guys that put their stamp on it and made it official. And then, you know, coming up through that way with Bob and Jersey and Terminal D, East Orange, New Jersey, all up and down, you know, tri-state area. And I just been grinding until eventually I caught some steam with, you know, word got around. You know, Russell at one point wanted to manage me. Debbie Allen's husband, Norm Nixon, got wind of me, flew me out to Cali, and things really took off from there. And I was, you know, it was part of my game plan and my dream to be in Cali. So once I went out to Norm and Debbie's house and I saw that, you know, that mansion in Santa Monica near the beach, I was just like, this is it. So I just went out to LA and been out there since 93.
93. So how old was you then? By
the time I started at 14, by the time I did Def Jam, I probably got out to Cali around 17, between 17 and 18.
That's not bad. 3 years.
Yeah, you know, things just kind of worked out for me like that, you know?
Yeah, you're an extraordinary nigga.
I appreciate it. Where you from, fam? I'm feeling it.
I'm from Rockland County, man. I'm from right here in Rockland County. No,
right, though, I feel the energy, though. It feels like this we having a versus.
That's what I'm talking about. So, shout out to the real. So, you were out there at 17, man. So, you was doing these impressions from the door?
Yeah, I mean, that was probably my original go-to because, you know, I'm an 80s baby. So, I grew up watching Murphy on SNL. So, and Eddie was just the man. So I always loved his ability for mimicry, and I always had a knack for it too, coming up as a kid, watching TV. So yeah, I started out heavily doing the impressions, but I also never wanted to be a one-trick pony. You know, I didn't want people to go, oh, he just can dunk a ball. I want you to know I play defense. My basketball IQ is great. I could pass. I could rebound. My game is all facets. So, you know, I wanted to make sure that the material got developed. Smart, witty, crowd work was implemented, you know, the ability to improvise off the cuff, you know. So I wanted to do a little bit of everything.
So how do you feel? You said SNL. How do you feel about Kim Kardashian, you know, hosting? Did she host already? Oh, it's today. Oh, shout out to her.
If I hate that bitch was a person.
Shout out to the real. Talk about it.
Man, pussy is great. Isn't it a magical weapon?
That pussy takes places. That's one thing.
It take you places, man. That's like a fucking credit card with no limit.
Yo, that's one thing about that.
How a bitch without an ounce of motherfucking talent, nigga, keep going this far?
She fucking did it, man. She did it, and she did it. I love her, though, because she loves niggas, man. So she ain't switched up yet.
Well, we the most potent drug in the game, nigga. We blue magic. You know what I mean? So, you know, we know what it is. They all love niggas.
So, man, you broke barriers with Mad TV, man. Stand up. You legendary for everything you do. Jerry Maguire is one of my favorite movies that you've seen. And shout out to the real, man. So I want to ask Denzel. Real quick, man, if it's okay. Denzel a conversation. Because my shorty want me to do. I just want to ask a question. I'm not gonna actually do an impersonation. I want to ask Denzel the question, man. Denzel, shout out to Denzel. I see you in trade today. Yo.
All right.
How do you feel? How do you feel Joe Biden and Kamala Harris has been doing so far?
You know, I gotta stop, man. You know, here's what's crazy for me, dude. And I tell people this, man. I know you don't know about him. I know a lot of people don't know about him, and I always put my man on game. I'm such a stickler when it comes to these impressions, man. I really stopped doing Denzel because I always promote this nigga every chance I get, man. There's a young brother out of Brooklyn, C. King. Mm-hmm. Listen, I do Denzel, Dean Edwards, Reggie Reg, Godfrey. But of all of us that do it, Jay Farrow, this nigga C. King out of Brooklyn destroys us.
Situations. There we go, Uncle Zell. You ready, Uncle Zell?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm here.
Uncle Zell.
I think, yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Uncle Zell.
Okay, all right. I feel like now, you know, is an important time to check your mental health. You understand? I feel like now we you know, there's this cancel culture that can either, you know, push you or break you. And I feel like Kanye is at a point where he's been pushed so much that now he's made himself to be such an unbreakable. You ever seen a squirrel get pushed into a corner?
No.
After a while, they just attack. When they realize they can't go back anymore, they just attack. Kanye is attacking everything. He said he was wearing the Make America Great Again hats.
So I can't do it no more because this dude is so cold with it. I feel stupid trying to do it. C. King, look him up. His Instagram is IM_CKING. This boy is a monster.
Shout out to the real. Can't wait to meet him. So let's keep it going, then, man. How do you feel about what's going on right now, then? How do you feel, Joe?
History. Listen, we know Biden's history. Like most white folks, pretty much all white folks, even if they have conformed, right? Even if they have changed, somewhere in the lexicon, we know that they have done some racist shit, said some racist shit. So we know Biden's history. And I don't think black people voted for him because we seriously thought he was going to be this big, in favor of us dude. It was just we needed to get Lord Vader out of office. You know what I mean? We had to get Trump out of there. You know, if it's about the lesser of two evils, okay, that's how you had to look at it.
I think we did right by it. 'Cause at this point, I don't know.
I mean, listen, again, when has any politician ever looked out for niggas? You know what I mean? With the exception of Obama, because I got love for that man, and that's a whole nother argument with niggas. But you know, yeah, Biden wasn't gonna come in and be anybody's black savior, but we just needed Trump out of there.
So that's how you feel about it. So how do you feel it's
yeah,
been going?
Man.
Because I don't even.
I mean, look, it's going as expected. You know what I mean? If we still had Trump in there, we could be in a lot worse position than we already were. So if there's anything by having Biden in there that's helped dug us out of the hole that we were in, then, you know, look at the positive.
So let me ask you something. So it's a lot. I'm gonna ask you about the world today, man. So Bill Cosby said R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying, got done dirty in court. How do you feel about it?
If I was still in there when Kelly came in, it would have been a different ball game. We'd have been eating the Salisbury steak with the pudding while listening to all of the songs that he did that we love you see.
So, how you feel about Kels, man? He about to snitch on everybody. You ain't gonna get caught up in that.
Hey, you know what? It's like that scene in New Jack with Nino Brown. If I'm going down, I'm taking everybody down with me. I can't wait to hear it.
I want to see it, too. I want to see who else. This is the one time I'm okay with somebody snitching. I want to know who else is fucking them little kids.
Hey, this gonna be like a great novel, nigga. We all reading this book.
I can't wait, man, because it seems like, the whole pedophile community is strong, man. Like, you can't bring them niggas down for nothing. So I hope he exposes somebody. But on another note, of some highly dysfunctional shit. Not to get serious, because I want to keep this shit right. But yo, you be hosting the porn awards, man. This is like a dream of mine, man.
I did it twice.
You at the AVN Awards, but that shit is in your when you Google that shit, that's like a big deal. You host that shit twice, man. How the fuck was
Well,
that?
here's what's crazy. They never, prior to them asking me to do it again, they never have a repeat host ever. They were stern on that fact. But not to toot my own horn, but after the first time I did it, everybody was telling me, yo, you one of the best. So then they brought me back for a second time, which again was unheard of. But listen, if you're a porn fan, it's a little bit disappointing because it's not what you think it is. You think you're gonna go in there and there's just semen everywhere. Man, they take that shit so serious. Like the producer was like, yo, man, when you go up there and you do your monologue and you do your jokes, it's important you make these people, especially the women, feel like you laughing with them and not at them. Because this is their Oscars. They wear evening gowns and tuxedos. This is serious. But the crazy part is, before we do the award show in Hollywood, we have a pre-party to discuss the award show and to announce the nominees. One of the nominees for Best New Porn title was Black Loads Matter. And I'm like, you want me to take these bitches serious?
Black Loads
Matter.
So what did you do?
I told the line between what they wanted and what I knew I had to do. But it's just like hot.
Course? Did you ever stare off course and be like, yo, man, fuck this?
Nah, I pretty much gave them what they wanted, but, I was still able to do what I needed to do, but standing within the parameters of what they wanted. It's just hard to take it serious when the girl before I come out just won an award for Best Anal. Like, you had 8 dicks in your ass at once. And you want me to take you seriously?
Shout out to the real. Shout out to Candace Vaughn. She's been on our show. We're a big fan of hers. And we're a big fan of pussy here.
Oh, who is it? What man is it? It's the fruit that never goes bad.
So what I want to know after the show, because you're funny, but after the show, because comedians, a lot of pussy comes over the porn awards. So did you ever mingle with any of them?
Listen, the crazy thing, man, is this is going to sound crazy. I'm not really a big porn dude. Like, I don't watch porn. I don't know a lot of broads in porn. But if I somehow have made my way to fucking some porn stars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, when you run in these Hollywood circles, in certain circles, it presents certain opportunities. So, and sometimes you don't need much for these bitches either. Nigga, a meal and a drink will get you in there.
A little bit of yeah, so did you I got some favorites, man. I mean, you can nod your head, man,
Right.
What about, Cherokee the Ass? I love her, man. I was in jail with her. And, that ass is famous. I've been trying to get her attention. I wanted her to come on the show. She's been ignoring me. So maybe this is a help. Give me a shout out.
Hey, man, listen, all I'm going to do is tell you this. Me and Cherokee go back. And I remember recently, not recently, but rather recently, I was in the airport and I saw her from a distance. And I was like, yo, Cherokee, what's up? And she was kind of playing me like she didn't know me. And that's when I noticed this dude next to her. So she's married now. So her game has changed a little bit.
Shout out to.
Yo, my bad, Aries. This is my cousin right here. She supposed to be my co-host, but she just jumped in.
Right.
She just jumped in when she like to talk to people. So shout out to her. Shout out to Aries. I'm trying to get help out here.
Shout out to a real one.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Man, talk to Aries, because I want to hear what you got to say real quick.
I love your work. Thank you for the laughs. I do have a question, though. Like, how was your first time on stage? Like, what was the feeling that you got the very first time you got on stage in front of people doing what you do?
You know, it's the same feeling that I get even today, nervousness, you know, because, you know, you're being judged, you know, and, you know, you want to do well. So, you know, I always got the bubble guts before a show. Anytime you under pressure, man, doing something you talented with, you know, you get nervous, whether it's, you know, getting on stage or robbing an old lady with a handbag, nigga, you get the bubble guts. I'm nervous before I rob this bitch. But, you know, it's like basketball. Once I drop my first couple of jumpers, then I can fall back in my rhythm and relax.
Okay, that's what's up. Because I was just wondering, because I know I would be scared as hell. So even to today, you still get nervous, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Very nervous.
Okay. Yeah. So what was it like? What was it like for your family? You know what I mean? To see you up on stage, and, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of that, to watch you excel the way that you did.
You know, my mother's a jazz singer, and to this day, she still tours the world singing jazz and blues. You know, she used to perform and open up for the great Lionel Hampton, jazz pioneer. And back in the 80s, she had a picture of when they performed for Reagan. So my mother was always supportive and pushed me into that direction.
Okay, that's awesome. I like that. Shout out to Mom. She's a jazz singer, huh?
Yeah.
My mother was a singer too. I love that.
Oh, that's what's up.
For real. Okay, so when you going to be touring? Are you touring?
I'm touring right now.
Oh, okay, where you at? I jumped on kind of late. I'm at work.
Word.
Oh, she's in LA. She's in LA with you, I believe. I don't know.
Where in LA?
No, I'm in Sacramento. Ass Sacramento. He is not out here.
Ain't shit to do out there though. Ain't nothing to do out there.
Yo, she just came to New York. I was wondering why she was so happy.
Right.
Are you originally from New York, sweetheart?
Yeah, I'm from New York. I'm just out here in California, but I'm definitely moving back to the East Coast.
Yeah, I know it's killing you. LA is better than Sacramento though. So if you're gonna do the West Coast, you gotta do LA.
Of course. Either that or the Bay Area.
Yeah, Oakland, yeah, Bay is cool, but LA to me is it.
Oh yeah, definitely it. Okay, yeah, I gotta slide out there. At least for a little weekend visit or something.
Yeah.
So let's talk about verses, man. We talk about comedy. Who you think you can tell anybody? Let's say they have verses of comedy. I'm surprised nobody did it yet.
You know, that's because I think verses in comedy is a little bit more difficult to do. I mean, you know, yeah, I mean, what you gonna do? Go joke for jokes? I mean, you know, I guess you could, but it's so subjective in terms of, you know, one style. There's so many different styles with comedy. Unless you do, I could see either doing an impressions versus or doing a snaps versus where niggas is jonesing on each other. But other than that, to try to just do raw material, it's a little bit difficult.
Yeah, so you're saying it can be done?
I'm saying it can be done, but it depends on how you do it.
What about,
you know, when you do if we was snapping on each other, that's like a me versus you, literally.
Everything. Whoever got the best show, go back and forth. Everybody get a set. And whoever got the best
set, but a set is different from snapping. A set is different. You know what I mean? If we doing impressions, we might go, okay, if we both do Eddie Murphy, who got the best Eddie Murphy? But if everybody don't do the same joint, it's even hard to measure it then.
If I bomb on what I'm doing and you don't, then you would win. No matter what.
Yeah, but if you got two reputable comics, who's bombing?
That's true.
If Cat Williams go up against Chris Rock, who bombing?
Nobody. You're right. I guess. See, that's why you get paid some fucking big bucks. So if it did happen, who would you like to go up against? Who you look up to in the world that you would like to go And with
From an impression standpoint, you could put me up against whoever the guys are, Afion Crockett, Jay Farrow. You know, you'd have to put me up against other impressionists.
I think you should talk to Nick Cannon. He got Wildin' Out. That's the perfect setup for something like that.
Yeah, mysteriously enough, Nick Cannon's people ain't called me. And I think a couple of times I tried to reach out to Nick Cannon's people, and they didn't really show me no love. So I don't know what that's about.
You out, man, but now you said it here, so hopefully get his attention. And do you feel like being all the things that you've done, being, you know what I'm saying, because you like from the beginning, man, like you're still repping right now. The different type of comedy styles that coming in right now. You got social media guys like myself. You know, I just started this shit. Really, I did this shit because I ain't even funny, but somebody said this shit was funny, and I'm like, really?
Go for it, man. Go for it.
How do you feel about comedy now, man? Fuck it.
You know, I think it's in a good place. I think that sometimes it got a little bit oversaturated with all the people that's on, you know, the YouTube comedians and the Vine comedians when Vine was out. And it made everybody have a license to believe they was official tissue. You know, it's a lot different. It's one thing to be funny in 16 seconds, you know, 8 seconds. It's another thing to be funny on YouTube. But when you do this for real, on a major level, you know, on stage, on film, and television, that's a whole nother beast. It's almost like the difference between playing, you know, ball at the Rucker versus in the NBA. You know what I mean? And even though I'm saying Rucker, that's almost giving it too much credit because them some beast niggas in the Rucker. You know, some of them street ball dudes was beasts. So it's like giving a weapon to niggas who don't know how to shoot. You know what I mean? So it can dilute the product a little bit. But at the same time, that kind of shit always weeds itself out. You know, because that's not what sustains a career.
So who do you like up and coming, man? And what do you think makes, because shout out to the real, what we do here is I'm all about learning. I just want to know how you come across your process and what kind of comedians you respect. At the same time, what kind of comedians right now you feel doing their thing and who do you like right now?
You know, I might be a little late to the party. I mean, I'm 46, man. I'm real old school in my ways and my thinking and my behavior. So a lot of the people I like are people from my era or, you know, older. You know, the late, great Patrice O'Neal, I thought was a monster. I think Dave Chappelle is the king right now, deservedly so. You know, I like Bill Burr. There's a couple cats out there I like, but as far as new, young, and up and coming, I'm not really even hip to what's happening.
How do you feel about the cancel culture? And how do you feel like comedy's in danger? Do you feel like censorship is out of control? Talk about it.
Yeah, I think the cancer culture is the cancer. You know, it's hurting the game. You know, and it's unfortunate that we coming up in this really moist time and moist era of ridiculous amount of wokeness and sensitivity. You know, good product is supposed to be dangerous. It's supposed to, you know, likely kill you if you don't know how to handle it. Who the fuck wants to buy Coke knowing they could sniff the whole key and still live? You know what I mean? The product's got to be potent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, the product's got to be potent. And I think that too much of it now is we so caught up in sensitivity and wokeness and political correctness and feelings that it's fucking with the product. You know what I mean? So I come from that era, man. Like I said, born in 75. I'm an 80s baby. I think the 90s and the early part of 2000s is where it ended. You know, ever since we got into 2010 and beyond, we something's changed. You know, so I say go back to when the product was potent.
You a man of your craft, right? You ever have problems with somebody like trying to bite your style or like take your jokes? You know,
a couple. Yeah, a couple.
How'd you handle that?
I mean, there's really nothing you could. There's really nothing you could do about it. You know what I mean? He said, "Who?"
Right.
There's been a couple cats. But you know, listen. At the end of the day, they're not you. So you know, they can't get up in the lab and cook what you cook. You know, so even though you might steal one thing, you can't have it all. because I'm gonna keep it love, baby. I'm gonna keep it love. That's part of my growth, man.
Steve,
That's part of my growth. I'm trying to. Some of my ex. Yo, I mean, I gotta pull back on some of that.
The secrets. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and finish your question, and then I want to finish with that.
Okay. Okay, so like, what's the wildest moment you've had being a comedian?
Oh, you took my shit.
Wildest. I think it was after the first. I just did Def Comedy Jam. I was 16 years old. We was doing the first Def Comedy Jam kind of tour, and it was Bill Bellamy, Bernie Mac, me, Adele Givens, and we had a show in Atlantic City, and it was the first time my mother allowed me to not have to stay at home, and she said you could go. They was gonna give me a hotel room. I was away from home at 16 for the first time, and I remember after the show, I fucked a 32-year-old woman. Yeah, and it was the highlight of my life, man.
Woo! Okay, shout out to the Krugers. What? How was that? I need to know, how was that? What?
The 32-year-old pussy?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember. I came before I could do anything.
What you mean?
I think I came when I was pulling my jeans down.
Oh, shit, that was worse than me. That was worse than me.
Listen, I wish I could. I had a quick reload, but my shit was like a musket shot. You know, one big bang, and I had to break the fucking paper with the powder in it, put the stick in the gun. It was a long reload.
Shout out to.
Oh my gosh.
Real quick. So, was you always supportive of your dreams? Was they, you know what I'm saying? I got to take it back to the essence, because we go from negative to positive. You went from Chicago to Jersey. Tell us about that process, because we always want to, encourage the youth, man. I did this shit for my kids. I wanted to know that anything's possible. So tell people a little bit about that journey before we get back to the cocaine. This is all about my children, and I want them to know that anything is possible. So you're an impossible guy. You did some shit that's impossible. You've been doing this shit for a long time. You've been through the highs and lows. You survived a few decades of this motherfucking shit, man. So give some game out, man, because it's all about the next level. It's all about the youth. I might not be here. This tape exists.
I just say whatever it is you do, man, especially in this game, man. I know it's going to sound cliche or corny, but never stop. Never give up. This shit is a 15-round fight, baby. And a lot of times, you'll win some rounds, but a lot of times you might have to lay up against the rope to take them rib shots. But no matter what, you got to answer the bell. I think most people don't pursue their dreams either because, one, they don't know how to start, or two, because of fear. Fear can cripple you. But if you can get past being scared, and even if you don't know how, just start. You'll figure this shit out as you go along the way. It's almost like in Forrest Gump. You got them leg braces on, but if you keep moving, eventually you break up out them shits and you get your stride. So, just go for it, man. Go for it.
So what's up with this podcast you want? Talk about the things that you're doing. I got the Rockland. Talk about all the shit you're doing. Let's get all that on there.
Yeah, I got a podcast called Spears and Steinberg, The Jew and the Jerk. It's available on all streaming platforms. I tell people, if you want the direct links, just DM me and I'll send you the links. It's on everything: Amazon, Google Play, Apple, Spotify. And we go hard in the paint, man. We don't believe in none of this political correct shit. We don't do none of this woke shit. We go hard in the paint. So if you easily offended, this shit ain't for you.
So do you think that being that you know what I'm saying, you kind of go against the grain, and and you're so much funnier than some of your peers, and you can do everything. It's not nothing that you can do. You've been in an Oscar.
Oh, there's some shit I can't do, but I'm working on it.
Like
right.
what?
I mean, there's some shit I need to do better. I'm always trying to improve, brother.
That No, but what's some shit you can't do, brother? Just some people do can't do. Like,
you know, there's levels. There's levels to this shit, man. And you know, Dave Chappelle is such a phenomenal level. In terms of his thought, it's inspirational.
What are you passionate about, like outside of comedy, like your beliefs and stuff like that? Maybe not so much religion wise, you know, because people are touchy about that. But like, what are you passionate about? Like, what's going on, especially right now? What's going on in the world?
Pussy and video games.
Pussy and video games. Okay.
I'm passionate. When I get home and I'm like that L, I'm in my theater room and it's time for NBA 2K and you know Madden, Call of Duty.
You married?
All right. I gotta play you on live. Then I gotta play you on live at Call of Duty. You gotta play you on live.
You nice on live on Call of Duty?
Yes. Don't let the long nails fool you.
That can help depending on how you use them.
Go ahead. HighlyDishFunctional, man.
So wait, you got the new Xbox? Are you gonna get the new Xbox?
Two things I don't cheat on: my video game system and my barber.
You know what? I feel you. I will never cheat on my nail tech, but never cheat on her ever.
Yeah. So I've been rocking with PlayStation since the PS1, you know, and I don't fuck with no other system.
I feel you. We a PlayStation house too. We Sony'd out.
On your phone, you got the chicken sandwich. Was that paid for? Because I love the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich, man.
Oh yeah, I mean that shit is so damn old. Yeah, that's such an old message. People keep telling me to change that, man. My shit, that message is as old as my Hotmail, nigga. I still got a Hotmail.
Oh, that's not even a new spicy chicken sandwich.
Not at all, nigga.
Oh,
that was the sandwich where I think the two buns was two breasts, two fried chicken breasts. Yeah, that's just an old message, man.
So, what's your favorite food, man?
Damn. You know, it depends on my mood, man. You know, so I'm Popeyes. I'm a Popeyes fanatic. You know, anything fried with Tabasco sauce. You know, shrimp, chicken.
What about that pussy? Do you eat pussy?
Oh, nigga, come on. Now I got some DNA on my lips right now, nigga.
Oh.
What about that pussy? Do you eat pussy?
Oh, nigga, come on. Now I got some DNA on my lips right now, nigga.
Oh.
So are you married?
All right.
Nah, I got two baby mothers, but nah, not married.
HighlyDishFunctional. Shout out to my baby mamas. You know we're notorious for me being a fuck up, but I'm trying to correct that right now. This is a message to the kids. Do right. Do fucking
right.
Right.
Like talking to ARIES SPEARS.
Shit. This kid's as hard-headed as fuck.
So how do you feel about parenting, man, at 46, being at your comedy? How does it impact the shit you do? Because you be doing a lot of crazy shit.
That's one of the things I need to improve on is being a parent. I'm not the world's best father, nigga. You know, I'm on this road so much, making this money, having to support these broads. You know, I need to get better with that.
Having to support these hoes, man. How much is pussy nowadays? It's expensive. Because I haven't got there yet.
That depends on your budget.
Even our local dimes, that's really sixes. Them bitches cost money. How much is the pussy you get?
It depends on your budget. It depends on what you like to eat. You know, there's Outback Steakhouse pussy, and then there's Mr. Chow's. You know what I mean? There's dining and.
So you get that vaccinated cooch. So what kind of woman you like? What kind of pussy do you like?
I don't like a bitch with a Sinbad.
What kind of body is that? Sinbad is a twisted motherfucker. It look like
see how the nigga's built, right? I don't want my females built like Sinbad. You know, I like tone, proportion, you know, thick in all the right spots.
Yeah. And how they gotta be mentality wise.
You know, I always love a good challenge. You know, sex is one thing, but if you can play mental chess with me, that's something different. So, you know, if you can get both, that's wonderful. But very rarely, very rare do both come.
So what was the best pussy you ever had, man? This is for me. I might die tomorrow. Help me out.
You know,
I'm chasing dreams. It's my dream. I ain't shit. Tell me, who's the best pussy? If you want to shout out, you can tell me too. But just tell me the experience of the best pussy you ever had. Because some people got twisted.
hey man, listen, pussy's like pizza. Even when it's bad, it's good. You know what I mean? So I don't know that you can put a cap on it, because as long as we breathing,
You don't want
that's the journey. That's the journey. You always trying to outdo yourself.
So
You're always trying to get on to the best thing.
So who's your favorite piece of pussy?
Who's my favorite? I don't know that I've had it yet.
What about favorite celebrity pussy?
Well, you trying to get to the root of shit, nigga.
Shout out to the real. I'ma see your ass. Hey, so you said you was raw and uncut, baby. Give me one thing, baby.
You know what, man? I wish I could, brother. I gotta grow a little bit.
So, what's next for you? How do you feel about the future?
You know, I'm on God's good humor right now. You know, I got some things I'm trying to get going, but I'm also trying to look on the other side of things too, man. Like some more entrepreneur shit. You know, I don't want to put all my eggs in the Hollywood basket, because this is such a fickle business and an unpredictable business. I want to make sure that I have, you know, other revenue streams that ain't got shit to do with Hollywood.
So let me ask
So if they ever really truly decide to close the doors on me, I still can eat.
So let me ask you something. In Hollywood, did anybody ever, you know, try to sexually harass you?
None of the people that I would love to have done that. I wish Oprah would touch me.
So did you go into some Terry Crews?
Never.
Do you plan on directing? Do you plan on, you know what I'm saying? Do you plan on working with other comedians? Do you feel like TV shows are in your future? Because I was one of those guys that feel like a guy that can do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we not seeing him more? Why only got to see you doing stand-up and shit like that? Are you like a real, like one of those guys that need to own everything, so you gonna have problems with the people that play along, get along game?
You know, again, this is not my business. You know, this is the business that I operate in. So, you know, unless or until I can get in the power of control, you control nothing. Which is why I'm saying, again, I want to make sure that I create other avenues for myself that have nothing to do with show business. But yeah, in a perfect world, there's a lot of things I would love to do, especially on the creative side. But again, until I get in a position where I'm able to do so, I can only work with what I'm given.
So how do you break those barriers down, being that you've been through so much, man? I mean, you know all the comedians. I mean, do you want to work with other comedians? Do you want to work and do movies with that?
Of course. I'm not close. Of course. It would be crazy for me to be closed-minded to other opportunities and possibilities. You know, I'm down to work with anybody that's down to work. So, you know, if we all ball players and we all creative entities, shit, let's get on the court. Let's rock.
So who's your favorite basketball team?
I don't really have a favorite basketball team. My favorite basketball player was MJ.
MJ? Feel about LeBron James. I'm a LeBron James fan. So how do you feel?
Shout out.
Sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. But anyway, you know, listen, LeBron, great. He's great in his own right. But there's only one king, and his name is Air Jordan.
All right, but that's over with. We live in that era right now. I'm old just like you. Shout out to the real.
But legacy never dies. Legacy never dies.
Right. Comedians you want to do movies with.
I'm open to everybody, man. Again, there's so many creative forces out there. I think you'd be crazy to not want to play ball. It's like, again, like playing pickup ball. If I come on the court and I go, oh shit, there go T-Mac, there go Vince Carter, there go Steph Curry. Yeah, I'm down if you down.
Give me one.
Eddie Murphy is the king. So, you know, anything with Eddie.
You see yourself working with Kevin Hart?
Yeah, I would love to work with Kevin. Kevin's a funny motherfucker.
Right.
On film, he's incredible.
I think y'all two would be epic in a movie together.
Yeah. Yo, it's your boy ARIES SPEARS, man. Shout out to the real, highly fucking dysfunctional.
Facts. Highly fucking dysfunctional.
Shout out to the real. It's your boy Smash Evans, cousin Ants, ARIES SPEARS. I'm still gonna see you tonight, nigga. I'm gonna be on some groupie level because you hate big niggas that want pictures, but I want my pictures. I want a fucking picture. Fuck you, nigga.
You got it, baby. You know you're gonna get that, nigga.
Shout out to Highly Dysfunctional. Appreciate love. Thank you for stopping in. I'll see y'all again. Peace.
No
love.
doubt.